All verse rising my soul family. Peace to the God stars and goddesses. Peace to the God stars and goddesses. Now, soul family, when it comes to us spiritual, soulful, vibrational individuals, us soul beings that are in local areas, a lot of locals do not support us on social media and they just watch and lurk and hate like the soulless vibrational locals that they are. Whether these locals could be, a cousin or any type of sibling, or even the locals that could probably be like your love partner. Your love partner in a local area could be a hater, never showing you love on social media and stuff like that. But that would be the most saddest thing in the world. And to top it all off, soul family, like when it comes to these local areas, like these local individuals, they only have a false perception of who they think we spiritual soul beings are, based on seeing us in person and see us overcome the struggles that we soul beings have overcame and evolving. And it makes a lot of zombie soulless vibrational local people mad. Whether these locals are like co-workers at a job place, or zombie local cousins, local siblings, local whoever, a local love partner. Look, a lot of these soulless vibrational locals, man, they have more love and support for famous people they never met in person over a spiritual individual that they see in person locally every day. And the reason why, because these soulless vibrational locals, they might see somebody like Lil Durk and SZA or Ella May or Kai Cenat, and they see any famous person, soulless vibrational individuals in these local areas, they'll support a famous person because like these famous people, you know, they never had to be around these soulless vibrational locals. And these soulless vibrational locals, they never seen the struggles that these famous people have overcame. So that's the reason why a lot of these soulless vibrational locals that hate on you because you're a spiritual being, that's the reason why soulless vibrational locals don't hate on famous people. You know, now these locals, man, look, these locals, they don't have the brainstorming capacity to comprehend us soulful vibrational spiritual beings. It doesn't matter what we spiritual beings do. No matter what we spiritual beings do with our music or fitness or any type of talent that we have, no matter what we spiritual soul beings do, showing our spiritual intelligence to locals in person, it's like, we spiritual people, we are not good enough for these soulless vibrational demonic local people, because we spiritual soul beings, we are not our local areas. Always remember that. We soulful vibrational spiritual goddesses and god stars, we are not our local areas. That's the reason why a lot of your soulless vibrational, siblings, whether it might be like a half sister or a half brother that they got like a different fathers from you and stuff like that, don't support you, or soulless vibrational cousins or soulless vibrational love partners and any type of locals don't support you on social media. It's because those soulless vibrational locals, they are bots in the matrix. These soulless vibrational locals are bots in the matrix, man. Look, like a lot of us spiritual soul beings, you know we we realize that our true hometown is being in a place where every individual that sees us in person shows us love and supports us on social media. Like a hometown for a spiritual soul being is a place where that spiritual individual dates every single local woman or dates every single local man in that location, and they get support on social media from all the locals that they have dated in that area. That is the definition, the meaning of a place that's your hometown. Because let me tell you this, if you as a spiritual being, if you a spiritual individual and you never had dating experiences with locals, because locals like just write you off and they treat you like an outcast, and they never support you on social media, that local area is not your hometown. It doesn't matter how many years you grew up in it. Like if you a spiritual being and you grew up in those local areas for long years of your life, where it might be from age 1 to age 25, and you never dated anybody in that local area, and you never got support on social media from locals in that local area you grew up in, that local area is not your hometown. The definition of hometown is a place where everyone loves you. All the men loves you. They date you. You have fun experiences with individuals, with those locals. So like that's what I could tell you this. Like, look, there's a spiritual male right now that could be the age of 23, and that spiritual male that could be like the age of 23, living in somewhere in like Monroe or Sterling, Louisiana, and that spiritual male that might be 23 years of age, like, never had fun dating experiences, never got support on social media by those local people in Monroe and Sterling, Louisiana, because that spiritual person is just of a frequency connected to an archangel and beyond an archangel. Look, that spiritual male who is at the age of 23, that has never had fun dating experiences because he got right off by a lot of the women there, and never got support on social media by local women or anybody local over there in Sterling and Monroe, Louisiana. That spiritual male who is the age of 23, that grew up in Monroe and Sterling, Louisiana, that place is not his hometown. And that same spiritual male who could be 23, who moves away from Monroe and Sterling, Louisiana, just because he did not get any support from locals over there, never got support from any local siblings or cousins or anybody local in Monroe and Sterling, Louisiana. That spiritual male at 23, he moves to somewhere like Montego Bay, Jamaica, and now he's getting all the support from the locals over in Montego Bay, Jamaica, because the people in Montego Bay, Jamaica relates to his soulful vibrational frequencies. And all the women in Montego Bay, Jamaica have dated this spiritual male that's 23 years of age, when this spiritual male that was 23 years of age did not get all these fun dating experiences with the women in Monroe and Sterling, Louisiana. Because the women in Monroe and Sterling, Louisiana, they did not see the uniqueness in the spiritual, soulful, vibrational, godly essence of this spiritual male who is 23 years of age, the way that the women in Montego Bay, Jamaica, was able to see and capitalize and make sure he is loved. So that spiritual male at 23 years of age, who grew up in Monroe and Sterling, Louisiana, that moved to Montego Bay, Jamaica, he gets all the love in the world by all the locals, gets so much support on social media, and is super loved by like all the women there in Montego Bay, Jamaica, because the women in Montego Bay, Jamaica, is they can resonate with this spiritual male's frequency way better than the soulless vibrational women in Monroe and Sterling, Louisiana, that could not resonate with the spiritual male's soulful vibrational godly frequencies, because women in the Monroe and Sterling, Louisiana areas, they're rednecks. They don't like spiritual peace to the God, stars, and goddesses, African spirituality type of males. All facts. So this is all I got to say about us spiritual soul beings. We are not our local areas, because we are connected to archangel godly frequencies, and we spiritual soul beings, we are of Ankh life, archangel, seraphim, supreme, super saiyan, soulful vibrational frequencies of this multiverse. We are not our local areas. We're just too amazing for a lot of soulless vibrational locals in these soulless vibrational demonic spirit influence areas. So that's all I gotta say.